Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lovett. In today's video I'm going to be sharing a tutorial on how I sew this dress together. Okay, if you have not seen the drafting tutorial, you can check that up on the channel. So I'll be using 3 yards of fabric for this style. So I've gone ahead to add seam allowance to the front side, as you can see, and I cut the center front on fold, the side on 2, and the back on 2s as well. Okay, so I'll be cutting us facing for this pattern. Okay, so I'm using the bust point area as my facing. I'm going to draw a line from that bust point to the side, okay, so I'm going to be cutting that out, and that will be my facing. I'll also do the same for the back. Okay, I'm just going to join the sides together so it can meet at that point, and I'll draw a line to the center back. That is also going to be my facing for the back. So I'll be joining the center front to the side just like this. I'm going to be stitching. I'm going to place like and stitch that place together, place the other side and stitch it together. So for the gathers, my fabric is by 60. I first of all cut out the pattern that I drafted first, then I folded by my what remained. I folded it by 2, then I cut it, which is 30. So I'm going to be joining that by the side, which is going to give me a very long fabric. So the fabric is as long as 4 yards. Okay, so that is what I'm going to be using for the gathers. So I'm working with a length of 26, so depending on the length you're working with. So for the front, I've gone ahead to join the front together, the sides together. Okay, so this is the back. I'll be placing the back and I'll be stitching it this way. I'll start my stitching from the waist area down. That's where I'm going to start my stitches from. So I'm done stitching it. Okay, see, you can see the top part is open at the side. That will help us to add our facing to it. Okay, so now I'm gonna ahead to run a loose stitch for the gathers. You put your tension to 0 and run a loose stitch for the gathers, and now gather up the material. Okay, so I'm just gathering the material at this point. I'm going to gather it up very tightly. So now I'm done gathering it up. I'm going to be placing the upper part on it, and I will stitch at the down around. So I'm going to place it like this, and I will stitch all the way to the other side. Okay, stitch all the way to the other side. So I'm done here. I'm done stitching it. You can see how well it is. I've stitched all the way to the other side. Okay, so yours should be looking just like this. Now I'm going to go ahead to fix my zip. So I'll be fixing my zip at the back of my dress. Okay, so when I'm done doing that, I'm going to be bringing the strap. So this is the fabric I'm going to use for the strap of my dress. I'll just fold it into 2 and I'll stitch on it. Okay, so depending on how wide you want it to be, you can just measure that and do so. So the length of the strap is on drafting the pattern, we measure the length. So mine is 16.5. So I'll be cutting exactly 16.5 and I'll place it. So if you're placing your strap, start from the armhole side and mark 3 inches or 3.5 inches and place your strap from there, and I'll use the facing to turn that up. For the back, from my zipper area, I'm going to be marking 3 inches as well, and that's where I'm going to be placing my strap on. So yeah, I'm done fixing my strap and the facing together, and I've top stitch on the facing. Now I'm going to be closing up this side. Okay, and I will hem the down of the dress, and that is all for this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are here to like, comment and share. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.